Bagfuel, baby.
People always talk about why you didn't make the league and they tell a story, but I feel like, I've known you know what I'm saying? I feel like in all the shows that you've done, people don't really know the real reason what happened. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows what they think that what happened, but you still would have had a chance to get a shot if you ain't had that car crash.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was a major piece that was missing in the documentary too. And that's why a lot of people don't know that part, because it wasn't in the documentary. But yeah, in 2003, in the ABA, after a game, me and my teammates went out to dinner, and after the dinner, we was in a bad car accident, which left me dead on arrival. They wanted to amputate my leg, you know what I mean? I got a metal rod from my hip to my ankle, and it put me in a wheelchair for a while, you know what I mean? And that's one of the major things that kind of, you know what I mean, fucked me up.
Yeah, because I feel like that you would have had more of a Steven Jackson style of story, Jimmy Butler style of story, because Steven Jackson was ranked high, McDonald's and all that, and then his shit took a turn and he didn't go straight to, I guess, where he was supposed to go and do what he was doing, so he had to take a different road to the league. I feel like that you was on path to do something like that.
Nah, I mean, like, Tiny Archibald was my coach at the time, and he was putting me in right positions, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the teams looking at me after games or whatever, you know what I mean, coming to the practices and all that, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to get me a 10-day contract, you know what I'm saying? And I played well. That was our first game of the season. And I played well. We got the W, you know what I mean? And then after the dinner, we was in that bad car accident, me and one of my teammates.
I mean, that's interesting because you said dead on arrival. And, they judged you.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what's going to happen with Bronny?
I don't think so, man. He'll bounce back from that. He's young. He got the best doctors, you know what I mean? He got the right support system. I think he'll be fine.
If you were Bronny, all right, and your father's a billionaire, you come from money, you already got status, would you even risk it again?
Me, personally, yes, I would, because I love the game that much, you know what I mean? And it's not about walking in my father's footsteps, it's just that I have that passion, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if it's a situation where, I mean, we know it's a 50-50 chance that it can happen again, but if you love the game that much, man, you're gonna get out there and play.
If it was your son?
If it was my son, I'd probably be like, yo, chill out. Look,
exactly.
And
this is coming from you.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's what I want.
I mean, it's crazy because it was a situation where he's not my son. He's actually my twin's mom's son, but I raised him. You know what I mean? I was there for him since he was like 5 or 6. My little man, Tamir, I was in Miami last year, and he was in a basketball game, and he had an accident. Somebody bumped him in the air. He hit his head on the ground, you know what I mean? We had a concussion and all of that. And we was like, yo, you can't play. And he thought it was over, but his main sport was football. So we was like, yo, you're not playing football, you know what I mean? High schools wanted him for football, you know what I mean? But you can't take that head contact no more, you know what I'm saying? But he ended up bouncing back from it, you know what I mean? He back out there playing. So it's a similar situation.
Now, because of who his father is, they was going to project him as a first-round pick.
For sure.
What's going to be his path to the league if he decides now? Is he going to go to G League?
It's going to be hard because at the end of the day, like we said earlier, it's a business. And a lot of people may not want to take that risk on that, you know what I'm saying, and waste money, you know what I'm saying, and he end up not being the person that he's supposed to have been physically.
Yes.
I don't think that they're going to draft him. I think that if he recovers, they're going to let him. He's going to be on the team, and he's going to work his way to league. They're going to watch his health.
For sure.
They're going to watch his health crazy.
You think it's going to be an undrafted?
Yeah, he's going to be an undrafted. To me, I can
see that.
I wouldn't waste a pick. It's hard for me to say waste a pick. I wouldn't use my pick on somebody that has just had a health problem. Because he didn't even play a college basketball season yet.
But that's what I was going to get at, because I feel like everybody's projecting him to be a first rounder this year, whatever.
17.
You know what I'm saying? This year.
Yes.
He still got 4 years of college. So why not play in college first? And then develop and see where your health goes.
They judge people for that.
And they bypass you now, Lenny, when you stay in college.
They do, but knowing the situation, I would sit back and see how my college career turned out first. I'm already a billionaire.
But
I agree.
already got my NIL deals.
But I've been saying that the whole time he's been playing ball.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm already a billionaire.
Yeah, like-
through my family, we got family money
Yeah,
for real.
forever.
The Jameses is up there with the Joneses and the Combses, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even taken that route from the first place because I would not have wanted to be in my father's footsteps. With him being that great.
Yeah.
So that being what?
No, keep going. I'm gonna finish my point.
With that being said, he still crossed these lines. I wouldn't. If I'm gonna do this, right? I'm not gonna let him play in college. I want him to go undrafted to the pros because that's where the best doctors. So if anything else ever occurs with my son, I want him to be in the hands of the best doctors. Then if he goes that route, we can really still monitor him on a professional level.
Yeah.
The college level monitoring isn't the same as the monitoring when you're in the league.
No, for sure.
So that's where I would
but at
push
the
him
end
to
of the
work
day,
on
he's
his-
going to have the best doctors anyway. His dad is LeBron James.
But not at the disposal of if something happens on the court in
When he's not
college.
around.
When he's not around.
That's true.
But
That's
here's the thing,
That's
right?
True.
And this is all assumption. This kid is named after LeBron James.
Okay.
His father is considered top 3 of all time. The kids grew up in that. He's always had the pressure of being in the league. Whereas the younger one, Bryce, nobody gave a fuck. He was short. He's been able to float across. And now you see everyone's saying his game better than that. Think about this. Your younger brother is getting more looks about the league than you.
Already.
And we, as men, we got egos, man. What's he? And he's thinking.
But I think, man,
Yeah.
I think personally,
I think
they got him. They got him in the straight and narrow when it come to that. Like he's tuned out with all of that. He didn't have social media until he was like a junior in high school, so he didn't have to feed into all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But Lenny, you lived that life. Even without social media,
Yeah.
you knew what the talk was. You knew what you had access to. Anybody of that, you lived the LaMelo Ball lifestyle.
Yeah.
You lived the Bronny lifestyle before the phones.
Yeah,
you
for
was
sure.
courtside at Madison Square Garden while you're a senior in high school.
For sure. But at the
You
same
wasn't able to
time, I
tune that
didn't-
out.
But I didn't. I also didn't have that support system
didn't
that
have a-
kept me
he
on
didn't
that
have a
straight and narrow
foundation.
path either. You know
Lenny
what I'm
was
saying?
his own leader.
Yeah,
okay?
for sure.
That's true.
For sure.
Lenny was
That's
his
a fact.
own leader at 17, 18 years old. He was
Man
making
of-
his own decisions.
Yeah.
He was in the club with grown motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was doing what superstar athletes was doing. He didn't have anybody. And although Clue was right there, Clue,
No,
like
yeah,
I told
yeah.
y'all, is not the nigga that's gonna say, don't do this.
He lets you be who you are.
Nah,
He's gonna let you
yeah,
be
for
who you
sure.
are, and he's gonna support you.
Yeah,
You feel
for
what
sure,
I'm saying?
for sure.
So that type of thing, Bronny got his father. He got his mother who stays behind. He got his grandmother who's involved in
All
their
the
life.
time.
Then you got mentors like Rich Paul. And
Chris Paul
his
too.
whole-
There.
his
LaMelo.
whole-
I mean Carmelo.
Maverick,
yeah.
his whole world
Is-
is in depth
Yeah, for
with
sure.
what goes on with pro sports and the pros and cons and what's bad and what's not. So they know what's happening. They know what's going on. But yet and still, like I still say, I felt like it was a lot of pressure on this dude.
Yes.
I kept saying that even though LeBron's saying, I'ma play for 1 year with my son, we know that that's about money. We know that that's to get him in
For sure.
Yeah.
to the league. That's still pressure on this kid.
It is. It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? And that's the part of the game that I felt like, I'm keeping
You had
real.
a big issue
I
with that.
love yes.
Yes.
I had a big issue with that. I love basketball. Basketball is my first love. Basketball is how I know everybody.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know everybody from music and all that. So basketball is my first love. I went away from it. I still love to play it and all that. I was playing it because I loved it and I wanted to make a difference in my family's life financially.
Yeah.
If financially we was good, I probably would have taken my fucking scholarship to the D2 schools when they took my fucking scholarships away.
Yeah.
But I looked at it as, if I'm gonna go to a D2 school and be 5'10", I'm not gonna get the looks that I need. And back then, remember, going across seas wasn't popping. We didn't know.
no, yeah.
You was looked at as whack.
That's a death sentence.
Until Lavelle Sanders, shout out to Vel. Vel went to Seton Hall, went across seas, and I saw Vel in the CLK with mad money. I'm like, where you get this money from, Vel? He's like, I'm playing ball across seas.
Overseas,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh shit, I missed the boat. You know what I'm saying?